Welcome to the Business Buyer Diaries. My name is Nathan Platter. I'm a full-time employee, and I bought a business. I did everything right, from finding the deal, handling all the due diligence on 63 opportunities, and ultimately bought a profitable gym. And boy, was I in for a big surprise as a new owner. I chronicled everything in real time, including the biggest wins to the stressful nights at 2 a.m. I'm sharing my journey without sugarcoating anything, so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Here's today's episode.
Good morning. So last night was a little rougher night's sleep. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was just a little bit anxious, getting ready for today, for my day job, as well as anxious, like prepping for handling some employee disconnect. One of the instructors and one of the managers are just not jiving, and it's time to like just have a conversation, sit down, see what the disagreement's about, and be engaged and help find resolution at the end of it. And that in combination with my day job, I basically have a project that folks are trying to turn around quicker than I think is a real possible thing. And so I was actually working until 11 o'clock at night last night. So it was a 14-hour day. Not 13 because I spent a little time with the kids. But after a long work day, I'm learning if you work too much and you have too much on your mind, you're going to stress yourself out, and it feels good in the moment that you're putting in the extra time, you're getting stuff done, but it also robs you of good rest, good daily recovery, and good sleep. And so now I'm running on 80% capacity, and it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge unless I'm very intentional about being engaged and active and present. And so I'm learning when there's stress, when there's too much on my plate, I need to delegate. I need to pass things off. It's tempting to keep a lot on my plate because I'm confident and competent in doing a lot, but that also prevents me from having good carryover. And that's why Mondays and Tuesdays are like power days. And then Fridays are like, oh, I'm dragging, oh, I'm tired, whatever. And so I need to have a more even keeled Monday through Friday rather than a supercharged Monday and a dragging Friday because I do too much throughout the week. So that's what I'm learning as an employee, and that's what I'm learning as an owner as well. Because I see that my manager, it's kind of funny. The higher up, my managers are even more proactive. So like my head GM, highly proactive. My shift leads, shift managers, very proactive. And then my instructors are proactive. However, that means of everyone, the most likely to burn out is my head manager. And if I need anyone to burn out, it's least my head manager because they're the quarterback of the operation. And so I need to, as I'm learning to identify burnout and taking in too much from myself and my own personal life, I need to identify that in my staff's life. If there's too much to do, then only do the big things that are going to matter, and either don't do the stuff that's less important or hand it off to somebody else. And if it falls under no one's umbrella, then maybe it's not even worth doing because at the end of the day, we need 8 hours of solid contribution rather than 30 hours of supercharged contribution, 10 hours of of slow contribution, and then feeling burnt out because people remember the burnout more than they do the even keel schedule. So learning more about myself, that's how I'm learning to manage and delegate with my team. And that's what I want to save them from burning out and how to identify it when it comes to overwork, overstress, and how to have a smooth work experience throughout the week. That's where we're at. That's where we're going. Today's going to be a great day and prepping for a final conversation with the partnership to really seal and improve how we're going to help people buy businesses smartly and confidently. That's where we're at. That's where we're going. Let's rock and roll.
This has been another episode of the Business Buyer Diaries. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. I hope you're realizing that business ownership is no cakewalk. Check the podcast notes for a link to the DIY due diligence program, the complete list of show sponsors, and for media inquiries. Music written and composed by Wes Schrock. I'm your host, Nathan Platter. Join me again on the next one.